Chapter 16.
Luzi was just a season older than Salome is now, I remember. It was about a month before I found her carcass lying in the middle of her den, crawling with fleas. The chief gave her a robe as a birthday gift. She was 14 seasons old that day. Kept prancing around, fancying that she was looking pretty in the thing. It was too big for her scrawny, starved-looking body, and she looked as silly as a mouse maid at a picnic. I couldn't have told her that. Before her father died, maybe. But after the Black Death took her parents, she was like a babe in the head.
Samuel could see those large, dark eyes, moist and plaintive.
Wait for me. Say you'll wait for me, Sammy.
Wait for me, big brother. Wait for me. Don't leave me.
They had entered Mossflower Woods yesterday. Only a while ago, Samuel had acquainted himself with the old dormouse, who had accepted a silver brooch as payment for food supplies and a map. Salome had been fed and allowed to rest. They had not been traveling for a full hour now, and already she was beginning to lag.
Don't leave me, big brother.
She cried after every 2 or 3 steps.
Wait for me. Wait for me.
Samuel rolled his eyes.
Blasted Salome, stop the whining. Try and walk a bit faster, for God's sake. You're too big for me to carry you, and I'm already lugging this pack.
Salome stumbled over a clump of stones.
Ow! I almost fell. Big brother, I almost fell.
Samuel sighed, but he did not stop. If he had, it would have been the 12th Big Brother I Got Hurt halt he had called since leaving the Dormouse's home. Salome seemed to understand that she was being ignored. She gave Samuel a moment of pleasant and very relieving silence. Then,
Walk slower, big brother. Don't leave me. Wait for me. Wait for me. Wait for me.
Samuel tried not to grit his teeth.
Salome, you say wait for me one more time, and I swear I'll thrash you in the next season. You know I won't leave you. And I've told you 100 times to stop calling me big brother.
Salome was quiet for a while. This was quite unusual for her, and if not for the sound of shuffling feet and the crackling of dried leaves, Samuel might have forgotten that she was behind him. Thus, her energy, which was usually devoted to complaining and asking questions, was reserved for walking, and before long, she was trotting beside Samuel.
Look, big brother. I'm walking faster now. I'm walking as fast as you.
Samuel had to smile.
Good girl, Salome. Good girl.
Salome slipped her paw into his.
Remember the night when we left the settlement, big brother? It was very dark and scary.
Samuel went rigid.
Don't talk nonsense, Salome.
He told her, a little roughly.
It was nighttime. It was supposed to be dark.
It was scary to me. We were walking through the forest and I couldn't see. I tripped and fell into a big puddle of nasty mud water. The mud was thick and sticky and I couldn't get out. But you came back and pulled me out, big brother. I thought I'd be stuck there forever. You were mad at me, big brother. I was scared you were going to hit me. Lord, I'm happy you didn't hit me, big brother. You said if I fell into another mud puddle, you wouldn't pull me out, and you'd leave me behind, big brother. I was frightened.
Samuel gently pried his paw free.
I'll eat you now if you don't shut your little trap. You know I wouldn't leave you stuck in no mud puddle, Salome. You're my baby sister, and I told you to stop calling me big brother.
Abbess Elinor caught Samuel, just as he was prepared to descend the steps into Cavern Hole. She seized his paw, much to his bewilderment, and spoke in low, urgent tones.
Samuel, all of the creatures in the Abbey have been waiting for you in Cavern Hole. You must tell me, have you heard of Rash, chief of the Walking Dead of Mossflower?
Samuel gently pried his paw from the Abbess's grasp, just as he had done with the little Salome 6 or 7 seasons ago.
I ain't never seen or heard any walking dead, Mother Abbess, and Rash, what sort of creature is he?
He was a weasel, very tall and utterly disgusting in appearance. He had grimy fur and was covered with bumps. They looked almost as if they were globs of dried ink. He wore a circle of silver with an X in its center on a chain around his neck.
Samuel stared at the Abbess.
Rash? Weasel. Circle of silver with an X.
The young ferret staggered backwards, as if he had been struck.
God's hell!
Cavern Hole was packed, just as it had been last evening, but all was silent. It looked as if the Abbey beasts had been holding another cheerless feast, a cake feast. A wedge of cake sat, cold and untouched, before each creature. Mariette's saucer was the only empty dish in sight. Now, the squirrel maid wandered throughout the room, paws outstretched as if she was a blind creature, groping about for a wall. And she might well have been blind, for she seemed to see no one, and noticed nothing. Certainly she, along with every beast else who was present, did not notice Salome, who had managed to slip into Cavern Hole without being seen, and was now sidling into the shadow of an unoccupied table. When she was safely behind the table, Salome crouched between two chairs. Though she could see very little from her position, Salome knew that some beast was rising, preparing to speak.
Most likely it's the mother Abbess,
She thought.
about to say something about Marianne.
Well, to Salome, even listening to an hour of Abbess Elinor's droning was better than spending the day shut up in that miserable chamber. The young ferret maid curled her lips scornfully. Of course, they could catch her when the sermon or meeting or whatever it was had ended, and Samuel would shout at her. But she knew that he would be far too pansy-livered to hit her while any of these Abbey creatures were watching.
Abbess Elinor?
It was Samuel's voice. Salome wrinkled her snout, bemused. Why in Hellgates was Samuel speaking?
If that weasel's the creature I think he is, by rights he shouldn't be alive this season. The plague should have taken him long ago.
Plague? Salome heard the creaking of a chair and knew that the Abbess was drawing herself upright.
What plague, sir?
The Black Death.
Near the far end of the nearest table, some beast gasped sharply. Had it been Sister Jane? Salome could not tell. An earthen mug came crashing down onto the tabletop.
And what in heaven's name is the Black Death?
The rat's fleas, Mother Abbess.
It was Sister Jane, and for the first time ever, as far as any beast knew, her voice sounded strained, as if with impatience.
Samuel knew these creatures, and he is saying that they suffered from a plague that was brought on by rat's fleas. Who were the other vermin, Samuel? Why have they come to the Abbey, seeking you?
The Abbess didn't say nothing to me about any other vermin, sister, and if you mean the walking dead that she came asking me about, I told her I never heard of them.
It was obvious that Samuel was speaking through clenched teeth.
I only know the name Rash, and the circle with the X in the middle.
Where has this Rash come from, then? And what on earth does he want?
He's a weasel what lived in the same place I lived in.
Samuel said flatly.
When the Black Death broke out, me and Salome left. That was the last we knew of him, Mother Abbess.
But that is not all you know of him. I'm certain of it. You deceived us, Samuel. Why did you lead us all to believe that you were from Mossflower Woods? And you must have known that those vermin were pursuing you. This was what brought you to Redwall Abbey.
Salome heard nothing more. Salome remembered very little about the settlement from which she had come, and she remembered even less about her parents, though she often pretended otherwise. I was thinking about Mama. Was a convenient excuse for a sudden flood of tears, a foul mood, or forgotten chores. She had been a little ferret kid who ate when Samuel could find food for her, whinged and cried when he couldn't, and every afternoon prepared to spend the better part of an hour persuading him to allow her to go out and play near the foraging grounds.
I want to go outside, big brother. I want to go outside. It's no fun in here. I want to go out. I won't get lost, big brother. Cross my heart and hope to perish and burn in hell gates. I won't go into the foraging grounds and try to steal stuff. I won't go near the garbage heap, I promise.
At last, Samuel would give in.
God Blast it, Salome. Go if you want to, but let me hear from the guards that you took one step away from that spot. Let me hear you went playing with any rats, and I swear I'll stick a knife into you.
In the face of a weasel, grimy, dotted with black and purple scabs, those fangs, jagged, yellow as curds, zippered into a grin of malicious anticipation, the point of a dagger hovering inches from her throat. Black death. The sound of shouting, quarreling creatures brought Salome back to earth. Sister Bethelle was shrieking.
Black death! Those filthy creatures have come into our abbey with rat's fleas hopping about in their fur, and a horde of walking dead on their heels.
Abbess Elinor raised her voice to issue a reprimand, but her words were lost amidst the commotion. Her efforts to restore order were all to no avail, for she was unaided by Skipper Johndam, who had joined the free-for-all battle to be heard. At last she was forced to shout.
Samuel! Have you heard of a weasel named Jamar?
Samuel shouted back.
Marm, I knew a weasel called Jamar, and if he ain't burning in nail gates yet, he's sure to meddle with the wrong beast someday and send himself there.
Why? What do you mean, Samuel?
The abbess's voice was climbing to its peak.
Samuel, please, look at me. What has Jamar done? Has he taken a life? Has it anything to do with Rash and his horde?
Skipper Johndam broke in.
Horde, eh? You mean the Legion of Walking Dead, he says he has. Pass me that javelin, son beast. Permission to go out, Mother Abbess.
Permission denied, Skipper. Sit down. Please, sit down. A Legion of Walking Dead? Why, we have no way of knowing just how many beasts he has behind him. And I've no doubt that weasel knew that Samuel was within the abbey walls, and he knows that Samuel has our protection. We know virtually nothing about these creatures, and there's no telling what they could know about us.
Rat's fleas, Mother Abbess!
It was Sister Bethelle again.
You said yourself that the weasel had only 2 creatures with him. Rash has no horde, you fools. He is armed with a sack of rat's fleas, just waiting to unleash them on Redwall Abbey.